Good morning, welcome back to G&H Honey Bees. And it is the 18th of January 2026, and we have a little bit of bee flight here. It is about 10 degrees Celsius right at the moment. It's supposed to get a little bit warmer, but it's been cold at night. It's down around 1-2 degrees Celsius at night. But I've noticed in the last 2 or 3 days that once it reaches 10 degrees, we're getting bee flight out of these boxes. And I did a video on this past Monday about checking the food stores in 2 boxes over at my other yard, and I noticed that, I didn't check the one box too carefully because I didn't think they needed to be checked, and I probably should have, because the 2 bigger boxes, bees are flying like crazy, and yeah, look at the dead bees there. The 2 big boxes are flying like crazy. There's no activity from the box that I didn't check. So Thursday, this past Thursday, I opened them up, had a look at them, and lo and behold, there was only a handful of bees left, and I found the queen dead on the bottom board. So I was looking at these boxes here, and I noticed that there's bee flight from the majority of the boxes except for this one. So I lifted the lid on them, and there's only a small amount of bees left in this one too. But I did find the queen. So I brought the remnants of the Hive 7, which was over at the other place, and I put them on top of here with some newspaper so that they could help these girls out. But there's not enough bees in either of those boxes to warrant having 3 mediums. So my plan is to get the bees out of this box, get them into this nuke, and then we'll get the bees out of this box and get them into the nuke, and that'll give them less space to keep warm, and hopefully it'll help them out. Now, having said all that, yesterday I checked this colony here because there was no bee flight, and it's the same situation as Hive 7. No queen and very few bees left. So after I get these 2 boxes situated in the nuke, I'm going to put a newspaper over the top, and then I'm going to put another nuke box on top of it, and I'm going to take those bees out of there and put them in the upper nuke box and let them combine, so that we at least have a fighting chance of keeping these girls alive. I think part of the problem is these warm days, bees are out flying, and then it gets cold at night, and you can see some dead bees laying there. And this is the thing, I come out here in the morning and I'm finding, well, there's only 3 there right at the moment, but some mornings I see like 20 or 30 dead bees on the landing boards. And for the smaller colonies, after a few days of that, or 10 days or maybe 20 days of that doesn't leave a lot of bees left in the colonies to keep the boxes warm. So this unusually warm and cold, warm, cool weather that we're having, and you can see dead bees over there too, is having an effect on how many bees are staying in the box. If it would, get cold and stay cold, the bees would all stay in, but they're out flying. And I don't think all of them are making it back, because about 3 o'clock in the afternoon the temperature starts to drop, And of course they get chilled and they freeze up and then they just die. So anyway, let's get on with this. I'm going to get you set up here, and I'll show you what I got going on. So I'll be back in a minute. Now my camera suddenly decided it didn't want to play. Anyway, so got set up here. Let's get on with this process. We'll see if the camera stays alive. So there's a full frame of honey. I'm going to put that on the outside. Not quite as full as I'd like it. There's a full frame of honey that's going to go on the other side. Now, you can see there's not many bees there. I'm just going to shake them in there. Again, another small cluster of bees. That frame is pretty much empty, so put them down in there. Get off of there. Another small frame of bees. just setting those frames aside. Frame of honey for the top. See the queen there. There she is there. Little green dot on her. That frame is kind of empty, but I think I'm just going to put that in there that way. Come on, get off the end of that frame. This frame has food in it. I'm going to put it right down on there. Go in there. Go in. You can see the moldy dead bees on that bottom board. So alright, let's get this box moved over here so they don't have a home to come back to. Clean that stuff up later. Alright, so that's the main part of that done. Hear them fanning. These flying bees will find their way back in. So now I have to get some newspaper and the other box. So I'll be back in a minute. Alright, so I'm having a little issues with power in my camera today. So put newspaper on the top of that bottom box, and I've got this second box here. Put a few slits in it, and now we'll go down and get the bees out of the other box. So this is a full frame of honey and some of the bees. That in there. So this has got bee bread and stuff in it, and some bees. I'm just double checking to make sure that I didn't miss the queen. most of the bees out of that other colony. Just a handful on this frame here. Not even a handful. Yeah, I'm trying to get them out in a minute. Get in there. So that's all the bees out of the other box. Or most of them anyway. There's going to be a few because they're going to fly back there. But I'll try and catch them later and get them in here. So now I need my cover and my feeder and some burlap, and we'll be good to go. So I'll be back in a minute. Alright, so I've got the lid on it. I've got a feeder in here. I packed it right full of Hive Alive, and we'll see how that does. And I've also added pollen patty under the cover here and pollen patty at the back of this box here on the top, and that should give them some protein to work out of or work with. And so now it's just a matter of cleanup, getting this stuff stored away. I still got honey. Come on, you. Still got honey in some of these frames that I can be using for some of these other colonies when they start running low. So I hope this works. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, well, then I don't know what I'm going to do. So right at the moment I'm down 2 out of 8. And I'd hate to see another one go this quick in the season. So anyway, hope your bees are doing well. And you're all doing well as well. And we'll talk to you again soon on another video. Bye for now.